Right, and your name is?
Nina Tolstrup,
And you're from what studio here?
Studio Mama.
And how did you get roped in by Chris into this project?
I got a very charming phone call selling the project, and I of course was very flattered.
And what was your reaction?
I thought it was a great idea,
Did you immediately think there's no way I can do it?
No, I like the challenge, definitely.
And so what exactly was your product that you came up with? I can see four things here: a chair, a stool, if you can call it that, and a lamp, a freestanding lamp.
A freestanding and two wall hanging lamps.
And two wall hanging lamps in there, all for under £10 and found somewhere. And where did you find it?
Well, pallets happen to be found everywhere in the streets of London in a kind of probably sad way, because the shops just leave them when they empty them, but they are very available in every street corner before the rubbish people picks them up. So that was one of the reasons why I chose them. I like to do something with the size of a furniture, and the wood is perfectly fine to use. It's a bit of a hassle to get them apart, but the wood is fine, So, and I like that the wood has this kind of a life behind it. It's all kind of marked and stained, and I've deliberately worked with that.
So I can see that on these stools here, that it's actually just the little end-piece blocks that sit in between the two wood panels of the pallet sitting there. So after you creating your big pieces, it's almost like you use every single piece of the animal you could find.
Yes, I mean that was how it came around, because I made the lamp first, and then I thought, I have a lamp, so I need to have a chair. So I made the chair, and then I had all these end pieces of blocks that seems like, I have to do something with them, and they tend to come with all kind of prints or stamps, or the ones I particularly picked has different colors, so I've been playing with a kind of a pattern in the colors, and so there's a certain kind of texture coming into it, and you glue them together, you get kind of a rather solid block of wood, that is
And how many meters away from your house did you find these pallets?
I think I didn't go as far as 10 kilometers, because I took a few of them from a bit, maybe 5-6 kilometers away, something like that, into my car, which is a bad idea. My husband didn't like it at all. They were quite rough to the interior of our car. So I ended up taking the one that was basically 30 meters down the road, so I could walk them home.
And so you paid £0 for all of this?
Well, I did spend just about my £10 budget, as obviously the wood came for free, but I spent £3 on screws. I bought a box of 200 screws, wooden screws, and I spent a couple of quid on some light fittings. The cables I found from old broken appliances, so I cut the cables off and reshoot the cables and the plugs, but basically, and the light bulbs, which I also found in the market, but and luckily they did work, and they was the right voltage for what I wanted. So, but in the end of the day, with the fittings and the screws, I probably spent like £9.66.
So you actually did do it, and you're telling the truth about it?
Yes, I do, actually. I kept the track, because I was told early on that we were going to keep a track record with our buying, and then if the bolts are bought down in the market, I took a photograph where I bought them. I thought they're going to ask me for proof that I got these lamps for £2, and not what else they would have cost, with the lamp bolts would have cost. So I was quite... thought I was going to be nailed if I went over the £10.
Well, did you nail anybody, Chris, or how many people cheated?
Some people have actually been really honest, and at the little write-ups, like Steve there says, he actually spent £11.48 or something like that. But I think within sort of the remit of what people are doing, it's not so bad to sort of
breaking the rules as part of art.
A couple of pounds, you know what I mean? As long as you're honest about it.
And how many awards have you won for this so far?
One at the moment, and we've been nominated for another one where we find out tomorrow. So you never know, but it's not really about awards. It's more about people seeing it and thinking about stuff, and maybe taking some of this thought process and sort of methodology home and taking it through to their own lifestyles.
Now, do you have any idea what's going to happen to all these objects afterwards?
At the moment, no. We've got no
has anyone
idea.
that said, I want to build some of your pallets?
People want to keep them together. So, someone would like to take them to Rotterdam. Someone's talking about taking it to New York. There's lots of
Tokyo?
interest.
In Tokyo has come up in the
Has
meantime.
it?
Yes.
There's lots of interest about taking it somewhere, but I'm actually leaving the country for New Zealand, so I may have to pass the mantle on to these guys to sort it all out.
So if this gets reproduced in another city with another 10 set of artists, you're not going to be the ones to do it, or are you going to try to do it another time?
This one, there's a question about the bread, obviously, because that needs obviously to sort of be made at every time the show's actually shown. So that there's we have to figure out some way around that, whether I would actually be able to get some model maker to make a load of bread that looks like it.
You might be able to preserve it.
Seal it with something.
Yeah.
But then we just don't know. Winning the
Would you go to New York and say to 10 New York artists, go spend $10 and 10 miles?
I don't think so. Like for me, I enjoyed doing this project because the people who I asked to do it, I knew and sort of respected their work and had a respect for them and a knowledge. So I wasn't really worrying about who produced what and why and when or whatever. Whereas a load of strangers who you don't really know, I'm not sure whether I'd sort of feel comfortable with that really.
Okay, well, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Nina. 10 artists, 10 kilometers, 10 pounds, and 10-tastic, is it? Thanks. See you later.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Song Festival. Please go to inhabitat.com. For now, I'm Steve Lorimer.